Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. I'm doing a video I've never done before, which is a reaction video. But I stumbled upon this video of mine that I put out basically a year ago. I started watching it and just realized how much of a different place I'm in now than I was this time last year, and I thought it'd be cool to do a reaction to my own video, watching back and trying to get back into the headspace of where I was going into my sophomore year, what I was expectant of, what I was hoping for, what I was nervous for, kind of reflect on that and also see how my year actually turned out and how I'm doing now a year later. I thought this would be a fun, different kind of video for my channel. Let me know if you like it by giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe, of course, it'd be greatly appreciated, and let's get started. My old intro. Oh, but it's missing a part. That is embarrassing. Okay. Hey guys, how are you doing? So, a lot of you guys are new here. I've gotten a lot of new subscribers in the past week, actually. Thank you. We just hit 170,000 subscribers. Just hit 12,000 followers on my Instagram. So if you're new here, hey, I'm Hannah, and this video is a lot different than my normal ones. I just want to say real quick in a reaction to that, yay for past Hannah. This year I'm at 13,000 Instagram followers, and right now I'm at 178,000 subscribers. So 1,000 Instagram followers gained, 8,000 subscribers gained, but you know, it's kind of actually disappointing. Like, I'm kind of disappointed that this year I didn't grow more. Like, for how much I upload and posting every week on YouTube, sometimes multiple times a week, at least once a week on Instagram. Like, you think I would, for how much work I put into YouTube, you think I would have grown a little bit more by now. I will say I'm taking better advantage of my numbers now than I was back then, just knowing how much I was getting paid for sponsorships and stuff back then. Okay, please subscribe. Thank you. It's gonna be very personal, and just talking about like personal things makes me, I don't know. But the personal laughing at my own joke. Started adding oat milk. Oat milk for me, at the first like 10 times I tried it, I didn't like it, but it's so cool and everyone's talking about it. I'm like, yeah, I got obsessed. It's literally the only thing I would put in my coffee this past year was oat milk. This is Hannah, the beginning stages of the addiction. Good to see that I had some character progression in my love for oat milk this year. You guys are anyway. I'm wearing the off the shoulder. Struggling with and going through over the summer. I didn't even realize I'm wearing like the off the shoulder with the sports bra showing. Cute. What I think about being a sophomore in college, what I think about going to Belmont. So I leave for college in about a week and a half. So part of me is really excited to get back and like see my friends and live in Nashville, go to my coffee shops there, go to my workout classes there. But then part of me is kind of, I love my home, I love seeing my family, I love my hometown, and I'm gonna miss it, even though I do come home quite a bit, I would say. It's still like, I've had a good summer of just feeling good about like waking up, getting to do what I love. I get to work on what I love and not have to worry about classes and just, I don't know. That was the same for this summer. I'm really trying to not do summer classes this summer, last summer, and hopefully next summer, because I really love taking a break from school. Like, yes, school's good. I'm good at doing school, but it's just mentally, it's a lot. And when you have so many different things you're trying to juggle, like if I have to be in the school mindset, the YouTube mindset, the business owner mindset, it's just a lot. And so I'm really glad that this summer, again, I didn't do any online classes. It's great to be able to just do my own work for a few months. I'm kind of like in that space. I think sophomore year is going to be a lot better just because I know what I'm going into. I have a lot more friends now, I feel like. the end of freshman year I made a lot of friends. Have a lot more friends this past year. Didn't feel as lonely for sure. College experience, because I don't think college is for everyone. I don't think every cent I'm putting towards my college tuition is worth it. There's a lot of things I'm like, still have that mentality. Really adding up to this huge amount. So anyway, college is great, but it also can be kind of annoying, and yeah, we'll just talk all about it throughout the year. What I have been really onto this past like 4 days is my health. I told myself, like last semester, I definitely put my health on the back burner. I would go to workout classes whenever I could, but I wasn't doing that well. Honestly, going into this summer, like going into May, I felt really good about my body. Felt like I looked very toned because I had been working out pretty much all sophomore year. I did make working out a priority. Now I'm still fine with my body. I could do a whole video on this. Like, I've really just enjoyed my summer this year as eating what I want, with the people I love, and didn't worry too much that I was, you know, maybe not looking as toned. And then also the fact that I can work out from home, but it's not ideal. I like being pushed into class. I'm really trying to enjoy my summer. I think I have had a good summer. Parts of it have been tough, but I've been on like the little things, like enjoying going out and getting coffee with friends, going to get ice cream. I eat so much ice cream in the summer. It's just my happy place. But
still happens.
As I head back into school, I'm like, okay, Hannah, you want to feel confident, you want to feel toned, and right now you do not. So we are going to jump on the health train. Mental health wise, this summer was definitely hard with relationships. If you guys know, it was kind of hidden in a video, but in my workbook, like explaining how I did the workbook, I showed a clip of last semester in March, a few weeks after I broke up with my boyfriend. So a few of you have asked me, not that many, because I didn't, like, my boyfriend Joshua at the time wasn't a huge part of my channel. I would show him in vlogs or on Instagram stories and stuff on Instagram, but he wasn't like a huge part of my channel. My channel's mostly just always been me. And just
same.
Kind of, like,
I'm still today.
March, and I'm not going to go into the details just because I feel like it's not fair to him either to like express everything that happened.
Thinking back to last summer, I feel like we're more removed now, so I can say this, but basically what happened is we tried to stay friends for the beginning of the summer last year and just realized that wasn't going to work. It was too difficult, and so we really like broke off everything, like all contact, friendship, hanging out, all of that, and I think that was really hard. But also the fact that I was like starting to get interested in other people, being like, oh, should I start dating again? Like when, like who, all of that emotion. It was definitely a lot. And this summer, it's been very different in that regard. My ex-boyfriend, like it just doesn't even cross my mind. You know, it's so far separated. We broke up like a year and a half ago, and so I'm mentally separated. It doesn't bother me at all. So that was great to like have that separation and freeness this summer. I really enjoyed, and maybe some other things are starting up.
So if you're dealing with that right now and it's like taking over part of your head, and then you're like worried, and I don't know, guys, in everything I'm really confident except when it comes to guys. I don't know, I'm just not confident in that area, and so I don't pursue it, which I think is fine. Especially I'm young, like I never felt like I had to have a boyfriend, but it's also nice, especially once I had one, and I know that like comfort that comes from having one and just having someone to hang out with and to confide in. It's just really nice. But yeah,
that has completely changed this year. I am way more confident around guys my age, talking to guys whether I'm interested in them or not. When I wasn't interested in them, like that's when I don't really have a problem. But I don't know, I've just gained so many guy friends this year, which I'm so thankful for. They've been amazing in my life and such a great relief. Like they're so funny and fun to hang out with. That has helped me be more confident around guys, talking to guys, putting myself out there, eventually dating. Like it has made me a lot more confident. So that is one thing. I didn't even know I said that in this video, that I didn't feel confident when guys, but I can say now, like that is something that has definitely changed this year, and I'm really happy that it did. Because you know, it's scary, like when you don't feel like you know how to click or talk or flirt or whatever. That can be kind of scary, but I definitely feeling better about that this year.
Yeah, this summer it's been like I've just had doubts about myself, and like, oh, will I ever have another boyfriend? Just, you know, things like that you tell yourself, which are totally like just overthinking. Basically my whole summer mentally has been a lot of overthinking.
I remember that. It was awful.
My business doesn't do well. What if
it was awful.
I never have a boyfriend, or I don't date at all in college again? You know, just things like that, which is hard to deal with, but I'm really trying. I'm trying my best to work through it. One of the things that has helped me is to mute stories on social media that are just not, that I've kind of noticed certain people's stories, and it's nothing against them. Like I want them to continue.
I remember the people I had to
they want,
block.
Certain people. This also leads me into the next topic I want to talk about, which is faith. And I have gotten a lot of requests to talk more about faith on my channel, but honestly, I feel like I'm at a place where I'm still trying. I never feel like I'm at a place where I can influence you guys in that, because I'm constantly struggling with, you know, staying on top of prayer and devotions and feeling like a real connection with Christ or with God. And so that's why I honestly just don't talk a lot about my faith on here, because I think sometimes I'm just embarrassed at the lack of faith I have, or
getting real honest.
Like I don't want to push my religion onto anyone, which I know it's not really the best way of thinking, but
this, again, has definitely changed. This summer, I led a Bible study on Zoom, and I think what God was really speaking to me, because I grew a lot in my faith in quarantine, and I made a video about that, but the fact that you don't have to be perfect to influence others to share about your faith. You can be working through things and then maybe be a little bit farther ahead and help that person who's a few steps behind you get through that same thing, especially when it comes to like faith walks, religion, prayer. And so although I'm not perfect and I would not consider myself to be like a Christian influencer, I'm really proud of myself for talking more about my faith, for starting that Bible study. I want to do some more stuff like that in the future. And so this is, again, something that's definitely changed, and I feel like I'm in a better place now.
Another thing that kind of has been on my mind is just I honestly don't love posting sponsored content, guys. I obviously need it because it helps run my business. It helps me create more content. It helps me, this is my job for high school and college, so I need to, but I don't know. So and back to school season is like, I was talking to this with Jacqueline Brooke. If you know Jacqueline Brooke on YouTube, we had coffee yesterday, and it was really good because we talked about like the things with YouTube coming up.
Got coffee with her a few weeks ago.
About that and how back to school season is like our biggest season for sponsorships.
Talked about this again.
So many sponsored videos and Instagram posts, but honestly, I just like use this time because we're big back to school channels. I use this time to like stock up on sponsors, but then like November comes, February comes, and there's like no sponsors there, and I hardly do any sponsorships. So if it seems like I'm doing a lot of sponsored content, I'm sorry, but I promise that it's not lasting. It's just like back to school companies want to reach
same for this year
college aged demographic, and I have that. So but I still am only working, I'm being so specific about the companies I work with, and I only want to work with companies that I would use, I agree with, and I've really tried to I have turned down a lot of companies just because I feel like I want to be very honest. I want my sponsored content.
I worked on that a lot this year, and I think I'm really proud of myself this year for sticking with companies that I really use and love and believe in. And same goes for this back to school season. I am going to have some sponsored content coming up, but I've come to a better terms with it mentally. I'm like, you know what? This is what I do. I love being able to work with brands. And I think this past year, being able to work with brands that I love, it's changed my mindset about sponsored content, because I don't feel like I'm just pushing random stuff onto you guys. I'm talking about things that I actually use and love, and I feel like it's benefiting you guys. It's not just me trying to sell you stuff. So that is where mentally I think my mindset has changed around sponsorships, and I'm really excited, honestly, for my sponsored content this year, because I'm excited to share these companies with you, excited to be like, look at the companies I'm able to work with while being a 20-year-old and a junior in college. Like, you guys can work with the same companies, you can work with who you love. And so yeah, my mindset has definitely changed around this.
So that's just all my little notes about life and everything. Like I said, I hope you guys are doing well. If you are struggling with anything, or you just want to talk about anything I mentioned, I should talk with you guys about whatever. So thank you guys for watching. If you made it to the end, comment below that you did.
Should I go comment? I'm just kidding. So that was my reaction. Overall, my thoughts are, I remember being very uncertain about whether I wanted to continue with college. Being honest, I didn't mention it in this video, but as soon as I got back on campus, I was like, love this campus, love my friends here, but is college worth it for me, or should I focus in on my business and YouTube and making that more full-time and saving the 2 years tuition of college? Then I found out about Belmont East, which is the program I was supposed to kind of be on right now in New York, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take advantage of this program while I go to school. Of course, plans have changed. I will now be spending the year in Nashville, but I am in such a better place mentally when it comes to my degree. Like, I think also being halfway done instead of 1/4 done is helpful. And so I'm like, okay, pushing through, I can do another 2 years. I'm starting to get into my major specific classes, meeting more people on campus. Obviously that's going to look different now because of COVID, but like last year I was meeting more entrepreneurship students, getting in my classes with the entrepreneurship professors and loving that. And so I feel better about my college journey as of now. And also with like where my friendships are at, just with everything, I feel like I'm in a better headspace going in. And I'm honestly, I know this semester is like crazy and I probably won't even, I will barely be on campus, but I'm really excited for it. I'm excited to live on my own with my best friend, taking care of our apartment, working on really cool projects and sponsorships that I have coming up. Like, I'm just really excited, honestly, for this year. And this summer has been better for me. And like I said, I know that the world has been turned upside down, and I'm thankful for that because I think it's shown us to really treasure the things in life that we can, and that life is fleeting. And it's really like, you know, work towards what you love, work towards bettering the world. And it's a whole nother discussion we can have about what I think like COVID has really brought to us. But you know, at the end of the day, I'm really thankful for my life and what I get to do. And so that's why I'm really just having a positive outlook on the year, which I know is so different than what everyone's posting about online. And believe me, like, I don't think we've ever had this many traumatic events happen to a global audience, like happen globally where we all are knowing about it ever before. And so it's definitely a different time, but I'm just looking at it as positively as I can, recognizing what's good in my life, what I'm very grateful for, and getting ready to make the most out of this upcoming semester. So I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope this was interesting. It's not a video I'll do all the time, but I thought it was cool to do just for fun. And I definitely enjoyed it, just looking back and reflecting. So my little video diary here, but I love you guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye. Peace out.